Hello, everyone. Happy holidays. It is Lesline, and I am live. We have a scheduled live that is going to happen now. And I have a guest. My lovely, lovely friend Merlin will be joining us. Hello, everyone. We are going to get started shortly. Thank you so much for everybody that is already hopping in. My name is Lesline. I'm the founder of Lesline Does Wellness, where I teach yoga to busy moms. And today, hello, Crystal. Hi, Brittany. Hello, I see a new face here, set apart _B. Hello. Thank you, everyone, for being here. So yeah, I teach yoga to busy moms, and what better way to talk about what does that all mean? Like, I get so many questions of like, how do you do it, Lesline? And so today, my friend and I, Merlin, we're going to talk about for moms like you all. So hi, friends. Hi. And I'm going to add my friend. You know how it goes, everybody. Merlin, you might have to request, but I'm trying to see. Oh, JK. I just sent Merlin the request. There she is.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good. Tell the good people who you are, and yeah.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Marlene. I am what I like to call a beauty therapist. So I focus on beauty and self care. Pretty much. I'm actually a licensed full specialist, and a lot of people are like, What does that mean?" I pretty much focus on hair, or I'm sorry, not hair, nails and skincare. But I've grown a deeper connection with my clients in self-care, and I've actually ended up what I call being their therapist, and I've just associated the two, and I'm just going with the beauty therapist title because most people don't know what full specialist is anyway.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. And I love that you call yourself a beauty therapist because people know beauty, people know therapy. So they're probably like, okay, I can talk
Exactly.
to you about some stuff. And I love the reason I connected out to Marlene is because she's always talking about self-care, especially for like stay-at-home moms and everything. And I was like, we need to do something together.
Yeah.
So this has been in the works for a little bit. Yeah. And so today, we're just going to share holiday self-care for mommies, what that means. But before we do that, this is the yogi side of me. We're gonna get grounded. Today has been, a full day. I like to reframe busy and say full. I have a full life, and I'm really thankful for that. And not even because it's Thanksgiving. I'm always really grateful and thankful for that full life. But with that being said, I still get a little at times, and I got to come back to my meditation. So we're going to do that. And for those of you who are like, I've never done this before, perfect. You're in the
Oh.
perfect space. I like that reframe. Yes, thank you, Brittany. Yeah, I like that reframe too. It helps me when instead of I feel like busy, it's like I'm busy,
Too
but
much.
like yeah,
It's heavy.
right. So we're gonna do this quick little meditation, and thank you, Crystal. All right, so what you do is sit down if you're able to. If you are driving while you're watching this, please do not like close your eyes or anything. But if you are home, I encourage you to close your eyes with me. And you can cross your legs if you're sitting down on the floor. Otherwise, if you're sitting in a chair, I want you to press both of your feet into the floor. Press all 10 toes down into the floor and feel rooted into the floor. I want you to relax both of your legs. And I want you to remove the flesh from your sit bones. We have flesh back there, and we also have bones in our butt. And in order to feel grounded, you got to remove the flesh from your sit bones so you can feel grounded in your seat. Very good. I want you to relax your belly. Just allow your belly to relax. Relax your chest. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Relax your jaw. You are safe. You are grounded. You are meditating. You are not trying. You are doing it. Relax your jaw. Relax your forehead. Relax all of the hair follicles that are on your head. Maybe you swallow a few times. Relax your ears. I want you to place one hand on your chest, and I like to go under my shirt so I can feel the warmth of my skin, feel my heart beating. Do you feel that? Good. I want you to place one hand on your belly, the other one on your belly, and maybe you go under that shirt and you feel your belly. Feel the warmth of your belly. Maybe it's rumbling a little bit and letting you know that you're alive. It's time to eat, but that's okay. You'll eat when you're done with this. And now we're going to take a few deep breaths. And as we take these few deep breaths, you're going to breathe in through your nose. And as you breathe in through your nose, you're going to bring that breath all the way down to your belly. And I want your belly to get really, really big. So here we go. In through our nose. Expand your belly. Expand your belly. Expand it a little bit more. Hold it out through your mouth. Do that again. In through the nose. Expanding your belly. Expanding your belly. You could do it one more time. Hold it out through your mouth. Relax your shoulders. We're going to do that one more time. In through the nose. Expand your belly. You're safe. You got it. Hold it out through your mouth. Gently open your eyes, noticing how you're feeling, not attaching any judgment to that feeling, just feeling it. Good. So, Marlene, how are you? And how is everybody? Let us know.
About to catch me in a nap real quick. Hold on. Let me wake back up.
I know, like, where are we? Who am I?
Like, who? What? I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. That was good. That was good. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's important to me that we start our days like that. And whenever I do anything, any type of meeting or lead anything, I like to start that way because a lot of the time we come into stuff like, oh God, like you're just like, you take off the
But
bag. You...
literally, mentally, I'm like getting the kids, and I'm like, y'all better be quiet. Y'all better calm down. Here's a lollipop. I literally got them like lollipops. I was like, and I'm like wired up, and I was like, ooh, this was nice. I needed that. Like, I didn't even really, and that's the thing with self care. We don't realize when we need these things. Like, we need to stop. We need to breathe. Like, I tell people, even like my clients, and on my page, I post stop every 2 hours, set an alarm on your phone to breathe. You
Mhm.
have to be very intentional with self care. Self care is a very intentional task. You can't just, it's not an autopilot thing. It's a stop, stop, and breathe.
Yeah.
I didn't realize. I was like, "Ooh, okay, I needed that." I'm like, oh, I'm down now.
Yeah. And that, I love that tip of setting a timer or an alarm on your phone every 2 hours. And Shanae says, this is nice, especially before Thanksgiving. It's not a happy day for everyone. Breath work helps. Yeah, it's not. It really is not a happy day for everyone. And I'm glad, Shanae, that you brought that up, because that's why I like to create these spaces, because I know there's people out there that maybe you're not having your kids with you this holiday season. Maybe the other person has them. So we are here to hold this space for you, to let you know that we are both here for you. And so I appreciate you sharing that. And going back to the tip that Marlene just dropped about setting a timer. So she tells her clients, set a timer every 2 hours, take care of you. And I also like to add to that timer, don't make it the timer that goes,
Yeah,
Please do not do
not
that.
obnoxious one. Slow and steady. Peace.
What is it? Rainfall on the iPhone? I don't know. We got those, give
There's
it a calm one.
Yes, there's calm ones. I've dibbled and dabbled in my alarms, and I like the calm one. Even like they have a crescendo one where you're like your wake up one. My wake up one is a slow, like it doesn't get loud off rip. It's a slow easing in. I'm like, ooh, still in dreamland. Like yeah, there it is. I'm waking up. So
Yes.
slow
Because
is
that's important. That's important because it's good to have the alarms, but also being mindful of what kind of alarm do you have, because certain sounds, which I don't have my sound bowl today, but certain sounds, I like the pulsation from my watch as a timer or alarm. It's like a gentle tap, Brittany says, or the rooster, not the
rooster.
rooster. It's the laughing emoji. I love this. But our nervous system, we have a nervous system, right? And the Jack underscore pot saying, I'm super proud of you. So yeah, keep the comments. You guys are like
Keep
super
it going.
interactive.
Keep
This
it
is
going.
good. But just putting on my nurse hat really quick. So we have nervous system, right, guys, in our bodies. Everybody has a nervous system, and we have two. We have our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the chill one. And
Yeah.
then we have our sympathetic nervous system, which a lot of us live in, which is the fight or flight.
Yeah.
And that is where you're always like, and that, if you're always in it, it will go to the point of you being in overdrive and burning out, where you snap at people, you don't care about anything, you don't care about your job, you don't care about you. And that's a very dangerous place to be in, especially as a mom. And so that's why for both me and Marlene, it's really important that we share with you guys how to not be in that fight or flight and be in the parasympathetic nervous system. See, it even takes longer for me to say it because
Uh-huh.
it's the chill one, right? So going back to those sounds where it was like, okay, what is your alarm sound? Little things like that. So you want to pick an alarm sound that is inviting, that is calm, that is relaxed, so that when you get that sound or that tap on your watch, you're like, okay, yeah, I want to do it, because your the parasympathetic nervous system is like, that feels good,
Yep. I was
and
gonna
it kicks on.
say, reacts to that noise. It's almost
Hmm.
like you're mentally training your brain.
Yep.
So like, oh, okay, the alarm is going off. All right, body, relax. Body in chill mode. It's like your brain, it's a switch that goes off.
Exactly. And that's how you're being intentional. So a lot of us, though, we live in autopilot. And oh, I guess we could also say how many kids we both have. So I have two kids. I have a 4-year-old and a 4-year-old boy and a 3-year-old girl. She is going to be 3 in like 2 weeks. Yeah. So how many kids do you have, Marlene?
So I have three. I always got to go down the list at this. It's 6-year old, 3-year old, and a 1-year old. So, I mean, mom of young kids that
Mm-hmm.
fully dependent on me still,
Mm-hmm.
but all the time. It's never off. It's never off for moms. We know that, especially young mother of young kids. So it's like you have to force in the me time, because most people don't. They're like, how do you do it? And running a business, and it's like, how do you do it? How do you do it? I force it. I literally have to force to create the space, the safe space for myself. That's how I get to this point, to be able to speak to other women about this and other moms. So
Yeah, I love that. And I love that you kind of did change a little bit of saying you create a space. So like, can you explain to people that are like, okay, what is this space that she's talking about? What is that space? What does that look like?
So for me personally, it came to a head when I reached, like, we talk about burnout. I reached
Mm-hmm.
a point where it was beyond, it was a breaking point for me personally. And unfortunately, I had to go through that while I was pregnant with my last child.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a mental breakdown. And it was to the point where I needed help. Like, I needed intervention. So I don't ever want any woman, any mom to go through that, especially while expecting and caring, because that energy transfers, and you have to grow a human being. We don't have time to break down, but your body and your mind will tell you, hey, it's time to slow down. It's time to take a break. So for me, I had to create that space. That's when I knew how imperative it was creating that space. I went to therapy and I saw my therapist once a week for 4 weeks. That was the first step for me. I can speak for me personally. That's what helped me create that space. And breath work is what she said, we got to start off with breath work. And I was like, what? Like, I don't have time. And she was like, look, you got to make the time. So
Mm-hmm.
it was about carving out, starting off with 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's morning, noon, or night, didn't matter. Before you went to bed, either when you woke up in the morning or before you go to bed, the best time for me personally was in the morning before the
Mm-hmm.
other two got up. So I found a way in the mornings. First thing I do when I wake up is breathe, breath work. And I also focus on gratitude. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, it was breath work, breath work. I did, my deep breaths like we did in the beginning. And then I started my list of gratitude. She's like, you got to give me 3 things you're grateful for. And you got to 3 things every day, daily, to get in a space of just me mentally focusing on me. So like it's you really got to like force it though, because me, I'm a late bloomer. I know me and you, we talked before about that. And you're early riser. I had to literally set my alarm 10 minutes before. And that 10 minutes made a difference. I'm going to wake up late. And these kids going to wake me up. This morning, Marley woke me up. Like, Mommy, we need breakfast. And I was like, ah. But like in the beginning, I forced those 10 minutes of my alarm before my normal alarm would go off, and created that. And then from there, it grows. But you have to start with, oh, I'm just reading some of the comments that resonate. Yeah, I'm a late bloomer. She's an early riser. So yeah, I start off with 5 minutes every day in the beginning of just breathing, breath work. And then from there I added the gratitude. And then it grew to like, I like this. Lean more into
Mm-hmm.
it. Now 30 minutes. I give myself 30 minutes every day because I was like, I need more. I need more. I need more. And I realized that, especially when I start like kind of I'm piggybacking off of what you said earlier about like it affects our kids as well. When I'm snappy and snippy at them, I could tell, okay, this is me.
Yeah.
This isn't, they're not doing, they're being kids. Of course
Mm-hmm.
they're gonna be running around. Of course they're gonna be loud. But I need to figure out why I'm so triggered and bothered by that. All right, I need some time. I need some space. So when I feel like that I kind of like find a hiding spot and I go breathe. But you have to find a hiding spot. That's the key thing too. They can't know where you're hiding at.
That's the I don't even know what the phrase I want to say, but that's like if any new mom, you got to find a hiding spot in your home. And you know it's so Merlene, thank you so much for sharing like that. There was so much in that you shared that was so wonderful. And the hiding spot, we're gonna get back to that. Don't make me forget. Yes. Marlene is a young, she has 3 kids. She started, from what I heard Marlene saying, is she started her self-care journey 2 kids deep while pregnant.
While pregnant.
While pregnant, and had, a breakdown. And if anything, I would say that's a breakthrough. Here I go with the reframe.
Right?
Leslie.
Okay. Okay. I'm like, ooh, yes. Yes. We're
It's
doing
just coming out. But I really, there's power. There is power when you reframe. It shifts. It shifts. This is, the life coach part of me coming through, but it really shifts how you see things. And for you to have that breakdown, I see that as a breakthrough, because you were able to actually transfer that good energy to your was your daughter, who are you pregnant with, daughter or
I
your
was
son?
pregnant with the son. Yeah.
With your son, you're able to transfer that energy. And if I will say, he goes to sleep so good.
I
I
was like,
see.
I can see it now because he is just such a little happy little thing, and I'm like, you're so happy.
He is. I've seen it, guys, because I went to get my nails done. Marlene does my nails. I went over there, and she's like, I got to put the baby to sleep. Me thinking, I was like, it's going to take a minute. She came right back. The kid was out for like
he,
the whole
he's an easy peasy lemon squeezy kid. And I was like,
time.
oh,
But it's because you started your breath work. You started taking care of yourself while you were pregnant.
it is
That's beautiful.
so imperative. Like I felt it because I was like, man, I literally could feel his distress with my distress. It was a different type of distress because for him it was like mommy is stressed. Mommy is stressed. And it was weird. It's weird, but it's not because it's like, I think pregnancy is a spiritual thing, and there's deeper than just physical. Yeah, it's physical, but it's like spiritual too.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right, dude, chill. I got this. All right, let me just get me right, so I can get you right, so we can get us right. So it was like more for like us at that point. That's how I was like, no, I got to get myself right because he gonna feel all that, and he did. He did.
Yeah. Yeah. And he felt, but then it happened in a positive way though too. And everybody's loving the reframe. Brittany's like, reframe, sis. Yes, clapping. Crystal, that's their flow with me, is saying absolutely a breakthrough. My breakthrough happened this summer too. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, like change that. Like that, those breakdowns are needed. We are not machines. We are not machines. We are not machines. We are human beings. And
Yes.
you have to be in those moments. Like it's needed, it is necessary so you can go to that next level.
That,
Because Merlene sharing her story, being pregnant, having two kids that were like super tiny, there's a lot going on. And if that did not happen to you though, and this is the beauty I see for me as well, because I wouldn't have started my self-care journey either if I did not become a mom. I would not have. I
yeah.
wouldn't.
It changes the game for sure. It changes the game. Like I wouldn't have never imagined being the person I am mentally today that I was like before I had my daughter. Like 7 years ago, me, what? It was crazy. Like I look back and I'm like, how was I functioning then? Jeez, I was toxic. Like, and I know people use the word toxic. That's really like a hot phrase right now, but I was pretty bad, y'all. You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing. Now I'm like, yeah, that was horrible. I'm a much better person I am today because of my kids, because I realize like I'm growing little human beings and I realize I am a human being. I have to show myself more grace and mercy and kindness. I can't be a gentle parent to them, or I can't parent them in a healthy way, period, if I'm not healthy for myself.
That's the
And
part.
that's literally, and I had to put in the work also to get to a healthy state. People think, oh, you're so happy and this and that. It's like I had to get here.
Yeah.
This didn't just happen overnight. I had to grow and break through barriers of my own barriers to even be a better person or a better mental state than I am today than I was before. So
Right. Right. And if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the chat, or even like there's a question feature. I do see Sinead's had a question. She was saying she's working with child sexual assault survivors just beginning to heal. Any advice you can give to them? They don't do breath work. So I would say start there with the breath work. Also making sure they are seeing licensed mental health therapists.
always.
Those would be my two pieces of advice. And Marlene, if you have anything else to add to that.
Yeah, I always suggest therapy to people, and people always say, well, I tried that, it didn't work. But what I'm realizing is it's more than just therapy. You have to find the right therapist for you.
That's what I was gonna say.
So, we say therapy, but it's also piggyback on that, the right therapist for you, because there's different therapists for different things. It's not one, just like a doctor, your physical primary care doctor. I'm sure, I don't know about everybody else, but I've been through a handful of primary care doctors before I found the one that was like, okay, this is a good fit for me. So therapy, I found my therapist, and she helped tremendously because she was able to talk to me directly. It wasn't just like a one-off thing. It was like, all right, I need this work. She put me to work. She gave me tools and homework. So definitely therapy. That's going to be the first step, because it needs to be personalized. It's hard to generalize, give, you know, breath work, of course, but you also have to pinpoint certain things with that type of situation. So definitely therapists.
And piggyback off of therapy, I'm going to have something I want to share with people, because I know therapy is not accessible for a lot of people. To also piggyback what Merlene is saying, I think of therapy, your therapist, as a life partner. Like, you might not be with them for life, but like the same way you're like, I want this, that in my person, whatever. Like, you know, be like that with the therapist, like, and know that like it's gonna take time. So like give you and the therapist a minute, like a few sessions before you're like, that didn't work for me. Like this is new. It's a new relationship.
Yeah.
Relationships take effort. So like the therapist can only give what you are giving them. So you gotta like I'll tell you guys, like in my therapy session, sometimes I'd be like, I feel like you're judging me.
Yeah.
Like I just tell her.
And she do. Listen, my therapist does. She stay coming for me. I'm like, wow, okay. But I receive it well because I know where she's coming from. And it's like, all right, yeah, you got a point there. But yes, I can.
Yeah. So you have to tell, and like she's like, okay, like, and even before I sometimes say it, she'll be like, what's going on? Like, because you know, she could feel it, and I'm like, I feel like you're judging me. It's like, okay, great. Like, I'm not judging you, da 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 da. And we go through that. So there's that part. But also for those that maybe cannot afford therapy, maybe, you know, it's not a part of anything that you have. I want you all to follow Dr. Ebony. She is the creator, she's a Black therapist, the creator of My Therapy cards. And these are cards that have questions. So if you're like, I ain't ready for that therapy, I keep hearing everybody talking about it. They have questions, okay? So that's just like one of them. And so at Dr. Ebony online um, is a great resource. She's wonderful. And I just wanted to plug her really quick. And I hope I think this is her. Um, Let me know if that's right. I think it's at Dr. Ebony online. I don't think it's just Dr. Ebony, but am I'm affiliated with her. So but I also just genuinely love what she is doing for our people. So I love this because it's accessible. Like if you're like, okay, like I know I'm supposed to do this therapy, or maybe you didn't have a great experience with, maybe you 5 therapists didn't work out for you, do this self-discovery. It's self-discovery cards. That's what it is. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me or whatever. But anyways, going back to what this topic, like holiday self-care for moms, like how do we practice that? And Marlene was saying, you know, she makes an effort, because I want to change that word to a forcing. I feel like force kind of, for me, it like kind of is like, I don't want to, you're forcing me to do something. Like, why am I going to do that?
Yeah.
So you have to make the effort, right? We have to make the effort when it comes to self-care, especially this time of year. And one thing that I wanted to mention with that is you might have family that's in your home, or you're going somewhere and you're like, well, I still want to do my meditation, or I still want to do my daily walk or some kind of movement. Maybe just include them, you know? So that's like one way of still getting it done. Like, if there's one thing you can take away from all of this is don't point fingers.
No.
Oh, well, they're in town. The kid's this, my
Mm.
husband that. Because let's be really honest, and people might be like, whoa. But like, if none of those people were around, would you still do it? Maybe not. So you can't point the fingers on everybody else. Like, going back to what Marlene said, like looking at yourself.
Yep. It all starts from within. And
Exactly.
that's the hardest, I think that's the hardest step, which is why so many people find it so hard to even grasp the concept of self-care. It's like, what do you mean? Like, how does that work? It's like, well, it comes from you. Like, what do you like? What works for you? And what do you like to do? You know? And you just kind of start there. What grounds you? What brings you back down to reality and calms you down, and then you build on it and you add to it and you put your own twist, you know. But yeah, self-care is all, it's the work. You have to put in the effort, like you said.
You have to put in the effort. Yeah, you have to, and especially now because you don't want January to come because okay, Liv, this is my friend Liv, preach it, Leslie. I get so, and I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing because I get very like about
Passionate.
it.
Yep. It's passion.
But I don't want you all, and this is like for my mom. I don't want you all to be like, I'm gonna do everything come January. Catch me in January, Leslie. No, start now
Now.
because January gonna come. The trail gonna be crowded. The gym gonna be crowded. Get your stuff in. Do it now, okay? Do it now, all right? And like both. Well, go ahead, Miranda.
No,
Sorry.
one thing I've learned about is almost like an accountability thing, because we always want to be like, okay, Monday because it's a new week. Like, no. Like, I had to learn to stop doing that myself. I was like, it needs to happen right now in this moment, because what are we waiting for? Like, why wait? It needs to happen now. It's imperative to yourself, to your health, to the people around you, because that energy transfers, and that you feel those vibes. The people around you, your husband, your kids, they're gonna feel the difference. Don't wait. It's like you have to do it now, because it's there's no point in waiting, though.
There is none.
Ability thing, because why wait till January?
Right. I can't believe it's already 3:31, and so we're gonna wrap this up because I appreciate those people that are on this. Like, it means a lot, and this is a really good turnout. Like, it's been really good. So is there anything else, like, as we're wrapping up, that obviously, like, tell people again who you are, because there was people that like are just came in a little later. So tell people who you are, and how to find you.
Okay, so my name is Merlene, once again, beauty therapist. I'm a licensed full specialist, but my main concern is helping other women, other moms, just kind of overcome generalized obstacle courses and whatnot. So my is actually at Merles. That's my personal one, but not really personal one. It's more so focused for the moms and for this self-care journey. And then my business one is Beauty by Merles. So I actually do nails, waxing, and facials as well. So that's why I kind of combine the two. And I'm like, this is most of my clients. I was like, they're almost like my patients. They're not really clients, and they're like patients to me, because I legit have therapy sessions with my clients. They come to me every week, and it's like a check-in, but they also get services done as well. So it all goes hand in hand, though, because it's their self-care time. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. And I'm trying to think what else is there. I don't know. There's not really much else. Hi, hello.
Hi, yes, Deb the counselor. Hello, thank you for joining us. We're wrapping up our holiday self-care for moms. This live will be saved. I also wanted to ask you, do you have any, like, how can people work with you? Yeah.
So, I mean, you can, on my Beauty by Merles, like, I just lost her. Oh, link. I was like, oh, where am I at? There's a link directly to my website, www.beautybymerles.com. Try to keep it very simple. And on there, you could actually link with me. I have a YouTube. I have my Instagram page, and then I have my website where I actually have a vlog on there as well. And I actually discussed a few of the points that we spoke about in this live. And there's a few more points on there about like boundary setting and just that's a big thing too. So boundary setting is self-care. That's another topic for another day, though. Go in on that for a whole another hour. But yeah, on my vlog, I actually write a few things there, and then you could actually comment and subscribe to my channel and my vlog on my website.
Beautiful. That is wonderful. Awesome. And then for those that don't know me, again, my name is Leslie. I'm the founder of Leslie Does Wellness, where I teach yoga to busy moms. My website is leslinepittman.com. That's LeslinePittman. I have an upcoming yoga class happening this Sunday morning. It's virtual, so everybody on this call can join us no matter where you are in the world. So that is in the link in my bio, and it's also on my website. I just updated that, so you can access my yoga classes on my website. What else? join my email list, because I'm going to be talking about some Black Friday specials, as well as like how to support small businesses, Small Business Saturday. So make sure you join both of our email lists, and check out our websites with how we can support you all. And again, before we go, if you have any questions, and please, for those that follow me, please follow my friend Marlene, and then vice versa.
I saw a few of my peoples in here. I'm like, hey girl, hey.
Yeah.
She is so dope. Every time we get together, it is like I've known her for years. So if you like me, you'll love Leslie.
Oh, likewise. No, likewise. And this all started. I want to also, I've been doing this because I think it's important, because I feel like when I see other people that have platforms and stuff, I'm like, oh my goodness. And I love when they share behind the scenes of things.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to quickly just share how I even connected with Marlene. And it's actually shout out to
I was
Black.
gonna have the shirt.
I do, was not planned. I was just like, I'm gonna wear this shirt because it's soft. And I saw they got new merch. But anyways, I was like, so I met her from Black Moms of Orlando. It's a Facebook group. If you are a Black mom that lives in Orlando, come in, join us. It's a free Facebook group, has over 1,000 of us in there. And she shoot her shot. I always say that saying wrong, but you posted that you wanted to connect with other entrepreneur mommies. And I was like, yes, yes, yes. And so she had us, we did a meetup. A few of us came, and I continued to connect with her, and the rest really is history. But I just love people who are ambitious.
Yes.
I love the people like that.
Going outside the box, because I did not. That was very, and let me preface that, because a lot of people think, oh, she did. I don't do that. Like, that was very uncomfortable for me, and I was like, I need to do something different. And that was me, like, reaching out and doing something different, because I wanted to connect with like-minded women and individuals. And I was like, no, we're out here somewhere. Please, hello, come. And the turnout was actually pretty great.
It was very good. No, it was amazing.
And it was a great group of women that
mm-hmm.
I still keep in touch with now. But
mm-hmm.
it's something uncomfortable. And look at us now.
Exactly. And so noticing what Marlene said, like, she was uncomfortable. Like, she was probably like, oh my God, why am I posting this? Da, 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 da. But that uncomfortableness, I also want to say, this is the yogi side of me, was your intuition, which your intuition is God speaking to you, saying like, hey, I have things in store for you. I have people that you need to meet. So I need you to do this. So the next time, this is your sign, or anybody who's watching, the next time you feel uncomfortable to do something, and it's safe, like it's something that's, safe, obviously, and maybe your palms get sweaty, maybe you're questioning yourself, if it feels like intuition, that's a whole nother conversation. And that's actually, I have a whole thing on that in my virtual yoga studio from a friend of mine who's really good at speaking about intuition. But again, intuition is, how I view it, is God speaking to you. Like, that's how it's like you're connected in that way, or a gut feeling. So Marlene was like, I had this gut feeling, like, I need to do this. I don't understand why. You don't question that when it comes to like God, and you don't question it, because if she did not do this, this would not be happening.
Absolutely.
So like, there's power when people come together, and more of us, because it's like, it's not, more people have to understand like the power in collaborating, the power in bringing communities together, because Marlene has her community, I have my community, and like, you see how supported we both are. Like, it's beautiful. Very beautiful.
It's so beautiful. Like, every time you post, I'm like, yes! I'm screaming like, there she goes. That's my girl. And I'm like, we met back, like I just met you, but I feel so like connected, and I'm just so proud of you and everything that you do. I'm like this. It's almost like a reflection of me, but like I don't know how else to explain it. But there's a reason why we came together, and there's a reason why we clicked like that.
Yeah.
So it's really, I'm so excited. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Let's go. Let everybody go, because I know we got things we gotta do.
All right, girl.
Yeah, but like, before we go. Sorry. If you want to see us come together again, let us know. Send us a message like, I want you guys to talk about this, or I want you to go more into that. This was our first live, so like, we were just like, let's talk about holiday self-care. You guys got a plethora of tips. You got a free meditation. You got like a few tips, and so I'll make sure I'll like write a thing when I post this, but I know this was a great live, and I
Yeah,
know people got what they needed.
yeah. There was a lot to piggyback on, and I'm like, I'm in my head, I'm still going hiding spot, hiding.
Yeah, I was okay. I was just so my hiding spot, but then my husband found out is the garage. Is the garage.
That's a good one because they can't open that door.
Yeah.
Mine is the closet. Mine is the.
Oh, sometimes.
I don't know why they look everywhere but the closet, but it's our closet. So.
All right, guys. Thank you. Yes, thank you, Brittany. She's like, thank you, ladies. We'd love to see you all again.
Guys.
All right, bye, guys.
Hey.